Egyptian American Muslim women terrorists screaming in my head, and it feels so noisy. I can't hear what's going on around me. If there was danger around me, I wouldn't be able to know. Luckily, my coworkers are close enough to they're close. I mean, I know I can distinguish what's going on in my head from what's going on outside, but it is just so fucking loud. It almost sounds like I have headphones on. And then I'm so dizzy. The terrorists talking in my head are making me so dizzy. Look, I lean over and my head it just falls. The men are so fucking disgusting. They think the women that they're sleeping with, they're like each other's sisters, they think they're feminine and sweet. They think those bitches are feminine and sweet because they're supporting them while they murder women and children, okay? To launder money for their own pockets and for their sisters and their kids. They think they're sweet because they support them to launder money and murder and frame and defame people with the weapon that they're using. They're talking to my head. And anyone that says otherwise, because they're sticking their stupid fucking wannabe penises, okay, in these psychopath women or whore bags. And they're whore bags and they're terrorists. They're Egyptian American Muslim women terrorists. They're talking in my head. I cannot capture their voices on my live stream. They're making me sick to my stomach. And I'm super lightheaded. I'm afraid to lean over to pick anything up because my head falls. They make me black out. They're Egyptian American Muslim women terrorists. They deserve the death penalty. They murdered Mark and Jacob Iskander, Daniel Atkins, Bernadette Oloskov, David Basili, Mina Morgan, two 15-year-old boys, CJ Thomas, Jerry, a woman named Irene, a mother of 3 children, a 22-year-old girl from St. George, like I said, her 2 15-year-old brothers. These victims that were stabbed to death by this guy named George, who is the son of a congresswoman in Egypt. They murdered Shedi, Dr. Georgie, George, I said David Basili, Kiro, Shedi, Sherry, Thomas, Dilo, Lavion. They're murdering me and they're trying to find a way to get away with it. They force the words "fuck you" out of my mouth. These are the women that the men talking in my head want to call innocent and sweet. They murdered Sandra Edward in her sleep. They convicted Rebecca Grossman for the murder of Mark and Jacob Iskander when they're the ones who got Mark and Jacob Iskander's head and walked them in front of her car, and while they took control of Rebecca Grossman's car to make sure to hit them with the right impact to murder them, and at the same time intoxicated Rebecca Grossman and also convicted her for their crimes. They're Egyptian American Muslim women terrorists. They're talking in my head. They're trying to find a way to murder me and get away with it. I have a 16-year-old daughter. Every day they act like I have to die today so that they can get away with it. They're making me sick to my stomach. They're making me sick to my stomach. They don't want it obvious that they're the reason why I don't have money. They're hurting me. See, I'm leaning forward and they push me. And it's like, and it's not just like pushing, like my head feels light. Like I feel lightheaded when I fall forward. These are their brothers. They're talking in my head. They're sleeping with these hookers. I'm making it obvious. This is the literally the most that I could do at the moment. I am feeling so nauseous, and this is as fast as I can move. They kept me up all night. Because they didn't want me to come to work. And I ended up calling the crisis assessment team, who called me this morning and asked me how I was doing. One of them is screaming in my head saying, "Renee, you fucking piece of shit, you B-word. Look how much of my hair they made fall out. There was hair here, and it was thick, and it was full." She's screaming, "Die! Die!" And when she does that, I feel this burning, like it feels like I don't know how to explain it. And they're burning my eyes so my eyes turn red. It sounds like, so it doesn't sound like the same women that were there this morning. One of the women keeps saying, "You're a stupid bitch." She honestly, she's a psychopath. But here's the situation. They're gonna murder me regardless. Might as well make sure those bitches get sentenced to death. The bitch doesn't have a plan B. They're pretending they made claims that I need investigating, and now they're talking in my head. They said I need investigating with the weapon that they're using to talk into my head. And now they're talking in my head. So that must mean that what they were attempting to do was make themselves sound like they're people coming from outside. So now that I'm live streaming, it's obvious that what I'm hearing I can't capture on this live stream, and they look stupid because they can easily log into my live stream. It's public. There are six people logged into my live stream right now. Those stupid terrorist bitches talking in my head can log into my live stream and see if they can hear themselves. But of course they can't, because then it's a criminal offense. And if they want to fucking make it a criminal offense, then the feds get involved. One of the women screaming in my head keeps saying, she keeps making my head pressure drop, and she keeps saying, "I want you to die, bitch," in my head about me. They're Egyptian American Muslim women terrorists. Apparently, they haven't been shy about spending money or taking pictures. They're burning my eyes. Get out of my head. I'm not leaving the office because you fucking feel uncomfortable, because it's obvious you're talking, or it's obvious no one can hear you, stupid bitch. Fuck you. And because I'm not doing drugs, get off of me. The stupid bitch wants me sleeping around like I'm some kind of a teenager or whatever she thinks sleeps around all the time. Her and her fucking whorebag mom. People are logging in. It means people can hear me, they can see me, which means so can you. Tara's bitch talking in my head. They're screaming in my head. They don't give me not 1 second because they want me to log off and play music. While they continue to scream in my head and make me miserable. It's like they like called me more of the terrorists are talking in my head like they needed backup. I have to do my reimbursement. See, the bitch keeps hurting me. Yeah. She's hurting me. They're talking in my head. They're hurting me. They don't want me thinking about my daughter's tutoring reimbursements. Because they don't want it to be obvious that they're responsible for every fucking thing that happens. I want them sentenced to fucking death too. I'm thinking about how to get my daughter back on track. And the terrorist talking in my head starts screaming even louder. So I don't know whether to homeschool her. I don't know whether to send her to a charter school. I want to discuss with her tutor, possibly him tutoring her and helping her with her GED and putting her in ROP program. And get her working and get her in a car. They're screaming in my head. The terrorists are screaming in my head. I need to step away. The women talking in my head are extremely violent. Fuck you. They're Egyptian American Muslim women. Okay, they try to use every tactic in the book to make their victims look violent so they can justify investigating them with the weapon that they're using to talk into my head or talk into their heads. These are psychopaths, dude. I want them sentenced to death. They're Egyptian American Muslim women terrorists. Please, please help me sentence them to death. They're Egyptian American Muslim women. They're talking in my head. They keep saying, go fucking die. And they're making me black out. They're talking in my head. So it's 4th of July and I wanted to get excited about it. And the terrorists are really making me sick. And plus I have Bible study and they don't want me going. Like I was like, oh, I'll go stuff a few envelopes. I'll get the loan done that I need to do. I'll go get my nails done. I'll go to Bible study. I'll go see my daughter. Get excited about 4th of July. Go buy a few poppers. I'll invite a few friends. They want me sick. They don't want. I'll file. I'll submit for my reimbursement. And they want me moving like a turtle. They want me sick. They want to scream in my head. They want to make me miserable. They're Egyptian American Muslim women. They want to get away with murdering me so that they can go celebrate their 4th of July with their nieces and their nephews. while my kids cry about their dead mom, and God forbid they go back and they talk in my kids' heads. I want those bitches to die. I want them to die. I want them sentenced to death. They're Egyptian American, Muslim, women, terrorists. They're talking in my head. They keep saying that bitch is right deep in my head. Open it. Get it off. I've been working with Financial since 2019. When I worked with HMAC, I was there for a year, and these terrorists started talking in my head. They were talking in my head. Same with, I was working for Prime, what was it called? It was Bisho's brother's company, Primestone Mortgage. So this far exceeds how long they had, like, how long I worked for the other companies. And now these bitches feel like they need to run me out of here. They're making me busy.
Yeah, but they will also so you will have you yeah. Okay. So okay. And then the other part on the loan side, is there a securitized, a CMBS loan there? Or what type of loan is that? Yeah. And yeah, I know. Yeah. So you would finance yourself, or you have, is it a third fund? And you need that. How about the appraisals and all that, and proof of rents and all that stuff? You need CPA certified P&Ls or what is the underwriting? CPA. You don't need. How about the appraisal? Environmental.
They're screaming Leah in my head, trying to shove it down my throat while they're making me sick. So I don't, like, it's the way they used to do like when I was getting ready for work, so that they would pretend like they were trying to cheer, like trying to, like they were discussing going to work. Okay, they were pretending to be my neighbors, like, get to work. Trying to make me disgusted of it. Come to think of it, they would do that when I would go to work, and then they would do that right when I would go pick up my daughter, like, it's time to go pick up your fucking daughter. It's time to go get your daughter.
What room do you have there in Bangladesh?
They're Egyptian American Muslim women terrorists. They're talking in my head, do you hear me?
Because it's a correspondent and you charge a
I can't capture their voices on my live stream. The stupid bitch that told her brothers to exude with confidence is talking in my head. Whatever the fuck that means.
the rate will become after third party.
No, I know what it means. I just don't know when you read between the lines, you know? Retarded bitch.
What would be the timeline on this? 30 days or?
She's not a deep thinker. Bitch is a fucking airhead. Zay Mohammed is a fucking. Clearly.
Alright, and then the other deal I sent you was some email. Did you look at it, the detail statement?
So I was thinking to myself, the psycho terrorists talking in my head are probably gonna they're probably trying to traffic me into a car
The
accident.
situation is that
And one of the women started laughing. They used to talk in Berna's head, that's what they said. And they used to traffic her in the car accidents. Until they murdered her.
They are looking for a operational
Can
first.
I mute the comments?
Because it's a little bit longer operating together. Yeah, so if you do 6.5, also interest only or 30-year fixed? That's sure. Okay, that's yeah, 6.375. Payment is gonna be okay. 40,500 times 12. you sing my tape. You have the red volume and everything in there. So just reply back to me. Okay. Alright. Thank you very much. Thank you. Bye.
There are Egyptian American Muslim women terrorists talking in my head all day long. All these psycho bitches do is think about ways of how to get away with murdering me and manipulate the records that are produced with the telepathy weapon that they're using to talk in my head. Well, really, to investigate me, they're not permitted to talk into my head. They're misusing the weapon. They're psychopaths. They keep screaming, "You're a piece of shit, you're a stupid bitch," in my head, and I'm dying, and they want me to die. They want to murder me and get away with it. That is all that's on their mind. How can they manipulate the records so they can get away with murdering me? So they can walk away with the money that they laundered and all the crimes they committed. It's nice and quiet today, huh, Horst?
What did you say?
I said it's nice and quiet, huh?
Yeah, okay. I prefer some noise.
Sorry to hear about Germany.
Yeah, but if you don't play well, you cannot expect to win.
Yeah, I hear you.
Yeah.
That's how I felt. That's how I felt about Egypt when they played Iran. I think they were expecting to win, and they brought in their worst game.
Yeah, I mean, you could see that England was playing the Republic of Congo, and until the 75th minute, they were in front. Congo was in front 1-0.
No, really.
You know, so what do you think about the
You know, sometimes I feel like the teams get so cocky and
It's just you play against, you know, a team who's standing deep.
I think Argentina's gonna win. You think Argentina's gonna win with Messi?
I think it's gonna either be Argentina or France. I think France.
France is bringing in a good team this
They
year.
are very, very good.
Better than Portugal?
Yeah, for sure.
Oh, well then there goes Ronaldo.
It's gonna be his last. So I don't think.
I was watching, so this is my first time following the World Cup
Okay.
and Messi is something I did not realize he's like a little miniature
He's a magician, actually.
a magician. That's a very good way to put it. Wow.
He simply sees things others can't see. He's more watching the game and knows where he needs to run.
And be like they were talking, I was watching this little like documentary how he's smaller in size and he's a lefty.
But it's very hard to get the ball from him.
Yeah.
So it's a little bit like Maradona. He was also the same size, maybe not as not even as I mean Maradona was also bigger.
But I think he surpassed one of the Guinness World Records.
I mean in terms of amount of goals or what?
Yeah.
It's not a Guinness report, but it's a history in the World Cup. Goals scored in World Cup matches.
Wow.
But you have Mbappe coming up.
That is impressive. But there's Ronaldo, there's another Ronaldo. They said his son is starting, and he's very impressive too, they're saying. But I don't know if he's anything like Messi.
Ronaldo, they're phenomenal, but he's not playing.
He's not playing anymore. His son, they're saying, is phenomenal.
No. You mean Ronaldo, Cristiano Ronaldo? Or?
No, the other one. The one that trained with Messi.
I don't know any other Ronaldo
Oh, okay.
training with Messi because that was before Messi's time.
That was
Oh,
before.
you probably mean Ronaldinho.
Ronaldinho.
Yeah, that's a different player.
Yeah, his son.
His son is very good.
His son is very good, yeah.
Yeah. And then there's another one I saw some playing.
We'll see.
Yeah.
Interesting. Yeah, it's been fun watching.
You can see from France how easy it is for them to go through the tournament and how good they're defending at the same time and how dangerous they are in the front. So there's no team I've seen playing
Quite like them.
at so with ease and scoring goals.
When is France's next game?
They play against Paraguay next week.
Next
No,
week?
they play on Saturday.
Okay, I'm gonna have to watch that game.
Yeah.
Okay. هنشوف ايش المنطق. تقدر بيها وسخة يمكن عارفينها. Thank you, God, for Beyonce. I love you, Beyonce. علينا علشان هي عايزاكي تموتي. يا أوباما وكلهم. هم عايزينك تموتي عشان انتي وسخة terrorist زبالة. They want the terrorists talking in my head sentenced to death.
terrorists talking in my head are making me lightheaded.